Hello to all our friends who've come back for another recorder lesson. And you know Casper and Miss Piggy over here.
Hello everyone! Welcome back.
I hope that Peter the pilot will join us again today because I have a task for him and his aeroplane. While we wait, I think I'll teach you a new breathing exercise. You already know Dad's cab. Every now and again, Dad has to take his cab to the petrol station and make sure that the tires have enough air in them. And he then goes to the air pump, and the petrol attendant takes the hose, puts it on the valve of the tire, and checks if there's enough air in it. Normally, we add air when the tire is flat. Well, one day, Daddy Tortoise noticed that one of his tires was flatter than usual, so he took the car to the petrol station. I want you to pretend that you are that tire on Dad's cab, and your tire is around your stomach here by your belly button. And your mouth is the hole in the tire where the air is slowly leaking out, making the tire flatter and flatter. I hope Daddy Tortoise makes it to the air pump in time. Here we are. Here comes the petrol attendant with the hose and attaches it to the valve on your tire, which in this case is your nose. And through the valve, he fills air back into the tire, into your stomach until it is quite full again. But they forgot to fix the puncture. Oh dear. So all the air comes flowing out again through your mouth until the tire is flat again. Fortunately, there's a mechanic who has his workshop at the petrol station. So he takes the tire and puts a plug in the hole, and they fill it up with air again. So back it goes to the air pump. The petrol attendant puts the hose onto the valve and fills the tire up with air again, until your stomach is quite full. But there's a problem. Something's wrong with the plug. It blows out of the tire, and all the air escapes and the tire is flat again. So the mechanic takes the tire again, makes sure that the plug is tight and sealed this time round, and they take the tire back to the air pump. The petrol attendant puts the hose against the valve and fills your tire back with air. Down into your stomach the air goes until it is quite full again. So full that you can't fit any more air in it. The plug is working, the air doesn't escape. But our body wants to get rid of it. So what we'll do is we'll take the recorder and just blow the air right out again, gently through the recorder. Until there's no air left inside of you. There we go. That is another breathing exercise that you can do before you start playing the recorder.
I wonder if Peter the pilot has to fill his aeroplane tires with air sometimes. Here he comes. Why don't you ask him? Hello. It looks like the recorder lesson has started already. Hello, Peter. Yes, we started with a breathing exercise. The recorder is a wind instrument which requires us to blow into it, so it is good if we learn to breathe properly. I was just wondering If your aeroplane tires also need to be pumped up with air sometimes? Yes, it is very important that they are pumped up just right, because they take a lot of pressure. But we cannot pump them up with normal air. We have to pump them up with nitrogen, so that they don't explode when overheated. Then I think we will stick with Dad's cab tires for the breathing exercise, because we need oxygen when playing the recorder.
Welcome, Peter. It's great that you could join us for our recorder lesson again. Have you managed to watch all the other videos on YouTube?
Yes, indeed. I have watched all the recorder lessons on YouTube. Now I know how to play the recorder by using the thumb and the fingers 1, 2 and 3 to close all the holes properly. If we close the top hole, that is, if we close the hole at the back with the thumb and the top hole, that is one finger, we call this note B. When we close the thumb hole and 2 holes in the front, we call the note A. And if we close 3 holes, we call it a G. B, A, G for bag. Then there is the C, or curly K for cuckoo. For this note, we close the back hole with the thumb. And we close the 2 front holes, but lift off the top finger again for the cuckoo door which opens. So this is C. And the last note I learnt was the D for DD, the dove, double-doored dove. For this note, we only have 1 finger of the left hand resting on the recorder. Both the top hole at the back and the top hole at the front are open for the dove to fly through. Wow, Peter! And you managed to learn all of that in 1 week? Where there is a will, there is a way. I always say, I watched all the videos, practiced all the exercises and songs using the checklist. Now I am ready to move on.
It is always good to revise what you have learnt so that you can remember it better and that you can find the notes faster on the recorder. So in the next song that we are going to do, we will be revising all the notes that you have learnt. And Peter, you are a pilot. I would like to ask you a favor. I thought it would be nice to start off with a kind of a riddle. Do you have enough fuel in your aeroplane?
Yes, the tank is full. I just filled it up before I flew here.
Here I have a list of letters for you. I would like you to fly to different countries that start with the names of the letters in this paper, so that Casper and Miss Piggy have to guess the letters and write them down under the notes. Can you do that for me? Since we are in Africa, I think it would be best if you flew from one country to another country on the African continent.
I love flying around like a bird, and this game sounds like fun too. My map here should help me find the right countries. Are you ready, Miss Piggy? And Casper?
Oh, yes, this sounds like fun.
I always enjoy a challenge.
Miss Piggy and Casper, here are the notes under which you are going to write the letter names that you are going to guess from the names of the countries in Africa.
Goodness, look at all those hop notes. It looks like a forest of hop notes. Won't you lose your place in the song when trying to play it? I would get lost in a forest where all the trees look the same.
Very good point, Miss Piggy. I forgot to draw in what we call bar lines in music. In music, we normally put the notes into groups and separate them with bar lines so that it is easier to read and so that we do not lose our place. Here is where the bar lines should go. In the first row, we can divide the notes into two groups of 4 notes, like this. And here we have another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar line. Oh, but now we have a problem.
I know how we can solve that problem. You said that we are working with groups that add up to 4, right?
Yes, Casper, that would be another way of saying it.
Well, in the second row, we have another group of 4 hop notes, which all count 1, which makes 4. And then we are left with 2 hop notes, or quarter notes, as they are also known, and a dong note, or otherwise known as a half note. The 2 hop notes each count 1 beat. The dong note, or half note, counts 2 beats. 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. Oh, how clever you are, Casper. So the next bar line can come after the dong note.
Well done, Casper. Problem solved. And we can finish drawing in our bar lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And at the end we have a double bar line.
Okay, here we go. We will keep track of him on the cell phone.
Here is Peter the pilot. Over. I have just landed in Botswana, where I will have to buy a quick snack before I fly off to the next country, where I will get myself something to drink.
Botswana? Botswana starts with a B. Casper, I will write down the letter B for the first note.
Greetings from Burundi. I have now arrived in the Congo. I am about to land in Djibouti. And here we go back again to Djibouti. Cheers, I am having a beer in Cameroon. I have just landed in Benin. Algeria, here we come. I had a great filling lunch in Ghana. Landing in Gabon.
Each year losing.
Now I'm in Angola. Back in Botswana. That was a long flight to Burkina Faso. Greetings from Burkina Faso. Back in Algeria. Now I'm in Angola.
A few moments later.
Welcome back, Peter. Thank you for your assistance. We had such fun guessing the letters.
Shall I play you the song on the recorder now?
Oh, I have heard that melody before. Indeed, so have I. It is called Ode to Joy. Well, flying around Africa gave me a lot of joy.
And there we have it. One more song for you to practice on your recorder for this coming week.
Goodbye, everyone.